Hello everybody, this is JT's Reviews here, and today we're going to be having a look at the Derby Extra stainless steel razor blades, right there. Now I do apologise if you can hear any noises from outside, but they're doing something to the flats in my area. I don't know what they're doing. But anyway, let's not care about that. Let's have a look at this box. So this is what it looks like compared to the Prime. Not as impressive looking than the Prime blade box, but we will digress. It's more about the performance out of this thing than it is the looks, because we want to get away from gimmicky crap like the Gillette Mach 3. Throughout the tests I will be using this shaving foam. I don't do it properly, and that's the idea. You should be able to do it halfway with a good razor and bad shaving foam, because that's how it's supposed to work in this industry. So without further ado, let's have a look at the contents of the box, if you will. So as you can see, we've got this Derby logo thing here. What you do is you take that out like that, where the razors pop out most of the time. Basically that's what it looks like, and it has information about throwing it in the bin properly and recycling, etc. This is what the new blade in its wrapping looks like. It has Derby on it. So let's take this out and have a look at the blade a little bit more. We're going to be careful with this because you don't want it to affect the performance. It's not about the looks, guys, it's all about does it do the job, and I'm trying them out to see if there's any difference in it. So okay, so as you can see, it says Derby on it, and it says Extra on it, and it has super stainless on it. Not so great compared to the Prime one. It doesn't look as fancy, but again, is it about the fanciness? We will see. And it also has the line cutouts for 1 and 2, so you can like do it like with those flick knife fucking razors, you know, that you probably stab yourself with. So let's put this in to the razor itself. Now obviously this is not very clean. I do apologise. I'm going to rinse it under the tap later properly, but I'm going to put the blade in right now. As you can see, it's in there now. Close it up, and the blade is now ready to perform for my next shaving video. We're going to put this logo thing back in to the razor box itself. Again, another thing I like about this is the fact that you can, you know, throw away your blades in the case and not stab anyone in the bins, so that's good. One thing that the Supermax was annoying about was the fact that you couldn't, you know, use it in a box like this. So, you know, that's good that the Derby Extra has, and that is that, you know, you can throw it away into the little bin disposal thing there. Same for the Prime, that did the same. So the Supermax is a bit of a shit one when it came up to performance and up towards throwing the blade away. It was more of a out and about razor, or if you will. So yeah, we'll see how the Derby performs. So let's get shaving. So here I am in my bathroom again. Oh, I looked a bit gay then. Behave. Anyway, here I am back in the bathroom. This took a little longer to make than a day later from the last footage, because I was suffering badly from the poops a lot. So yeah, I couldn't make the video because I was mostly on the toilet, and I'm sort of trying to recover from it. And then I did recover from it, and I thought I'd do it Monday. So, you know, instead of doing it on a Sunday or a Friday where there was 3 or 4 days worth of stubble, I thought I'd make it fair and make it a couple of days of stubble instead, and make it more easier for the user. Anyway, so yeah, I recovered from it, and I did well. Thank you very much for recovering from it. I did take some tablets and etc. Anyway, I don't want to keep talking about it. Anyway, here is the Derby blade, in like that, and looks like a normal blade. So yeah, it looks nice and everything. So let's get the waters going and see how we get on with this blade and shave, etc. Okay, it's time for the first pass. And remember, kids, to warm up your water and etc. so the blade doesn't, you know, get too cold on your skin, etc. Anyway, let's go for the first pass, shall we? Same as the other ones. Not too bad. I know my shaving skills are shit, by the way. Before anyone starts, I know fully well, yeah, that my shaving skills are terrible, but you know, and I will be using this throughout the month and telling you at the end of the video my thoughts are the same as the other videos. I'm guessing it being a derby blade, it will be excellent. But yeah, again, I said that for the Prime and the Gillette, didn't I? Okay, not too bad. First go. I really need to have a proper haircut ready. Okay, time for the second pass with the derby razor blade. Sorry if I'm quiet, I'm trying to concentrate. Obviously the true test will be at the end, because would it last as good or bad to the end of the test? And if so, why is it so bad? You need to wonder. But yeah, I don't know, seems to be doing a good job. Should do. By a company we should know. Okay, time for the third and final pass with the derby razor blade, and it looks like there's no clogs yet in the blade, which is nice. Should check that with all the blades, but again, you have a feeling to do that. I just feel like it is doing a good job, like, very impressed, but it's leaving lumps, which is funny, unless they were there before, but it doesn't matter. We'll see throughout the month if it continues to do it. But yeah, so far I'm pretty happy with it. It looks like it's doing a good job, although it's kind of irritating this side, which is interesting. I don't know, it's hard to do anyway. All blades fail this way when I do the shaving, because I don't know why, but they just fail miserably. Even the Gillette one failed to do it that way. So I like these razor blades adverts that say we need more grip on our blades. So you're saying that is not enough grip. That's why we've got fingers. It's just a gimmick on top of a gimmick, really. So how did it go on the face and such? I don't know why I'm acting north all of a sudden when doing this video. Don't know why. Anyway, how did the Derby Extra do? Well, it's now time for the field test, isn't it? Feels like it's done a good job. Very good job. Very close to the Gillette, I think. Missed a bit here, but close enough to the Gillette shaving. Although, yeah, a little bit irritated up here. I think they used the same blade as the Gillette blade, because I don't normally get that with other blades. So I don't know what blade they're using, but it's not good, unless that's a spot up there. But we'll see, and I will give you at the end of the month exactly what that was. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that. Pretty impressed. I've missed up here as usual, because I'm not very good at shaving up this bit. I don't dare shave this bit of my moustache and that. But I am impressed. So the Derby Extra did a good job in performance, and it even stayed cleaned, unlike the other blade, that didn't stay clean very long throughout the test. But we'll see through the test of time if the performance goes completely downhill for the Derby Extra stainless steel. So catch me in the next clip for you, but a month for me of the test. So I've got to wait a month, you've got to wait for a couple of seconds when I edit the next clipping. Anyway, there you go. Did a good performance all round. I think, yeah, that is a very nice smooth shave upwards. Downwards feels fine, feels smooth. Dare say it, I think it's better than the Gillette on this bit, I'm not sure. Because most razors miss this bit anyway, I'm not going to bother with it much anymore. But upwards, I would say, very close to the Prime, and very close to the Gillette, and very close to maybe the Gillette blade and the what's the name blade? What do they call it? Wilkinson sword. That's it. The Wilkinson sword was at number 1, and the others were at like 2 and 3, weren't they? But I think that one might be number 1. Who knows? But as I said, you know, these blades don't always last forever, and they make a horrible performance, and you have to keep changing the blade every 5 seconds because they're not very good. But we'll see over the test of time how it gets on, because it looks like to me it's done a as good job as the Prime blade did. So I'm guessing the Derby now is at number 2, the Prime's at number 3, the other shitty blade that we tried is at number 4, and I don't know, maybe the Derby Extra might be at number 1, because this feels probably better than the, I don't have it, than the Wilkinson sword blades that I normally use, because, you know, that feels pretty good. So yeah, anyway, catch me to the end of the month and we'll see how it gets on, and see if this is actual irritation or just a spot. See you later. So then, how did I get on with the Derby Blade Extra? Well, it was interesting to say the least. It was pretty interesting. Here it is, the blade, ready to be taken out, and it did a good job in my opinion. Even though to begin with it didn't look too good with the way I was kind of having a few marks from it, and to be vaguely honest, I think it's more of getting used to the razor blade than it is moaning about something that doesn't work. When it does work, it's just the user can be a bit shit at times. Anyway, the blade itself didn't get dull, but you know, did a good performance all round. I'm impressed with it. It did a good job. Couple of things I need to note though. Now and again, it felt like it would miss some things, but it could have been more my fault. So I'm not going to diss it. Would I rate it more better than a Gillette razor? No, I wouldn't. This doesn't go close to the Gillette razor blade, I'm afraid. It irritates just like the Gillette blade, but not close enough, in my opinion. Is it as good as the Wilkinson sword blade? Not really. It's close, but now and again it will miss a bit of hair, unless it's my fault. If it is, then it's close to this, but if not, then no, it's not. To be honest, I would rather use the Wilkinson sword over this blade, but if I was stuck with it, I won't be disappointed. So yeah, we've already told you about all the blades, you know, and what I think to them. I think this one goes quite near to the other blades that we did, so let me just quickly get those out. Okay, we had the Super Max, which was super crap, so that was like probably a 5. The Derby ones, but this one was number 3, I think, to the Super Max one. I think the 4th one will be a bad blade, to be honest, if it had to go near it, but more of a 4, that one. or a 5. This is more of a 3, and the Derby one is a close second compared to the Wilkinson sword. So in my opinion, the Derby blade wins from the premium blade, or whatever you call it. But I'm not saying that this is a clear winner. This, I'm afraid, is only beaten just by this one. There's an irritation problem from what I understand, unless it's something to do with the way that you are slicing your face off. I mean, cutting the hairs off your face, or or it uses the same blade as a Gillette razor, where it irritates something of the face. Because I never had an irritation problem from this blade, or even this blade. But all of a sudden, the Derby blade is just, I don't know, it's just making weird little bubble marks on my face a little bit. So I would say it wins, but only just, because it gets a bit close to the hair, just like this one. But they're like both, going like this in the competition. So then it's not a clear winner, it's just close winner. So yeah, I think the Derby blades are pretty good compared to the prime or premium, or whatever you call them, blades. Over the Wilkinson sword, I still think it's number 1 for now, until something does beat it, but I really doubt there's going to be many left. Anyway, I'm going to be taking a month's break, so I won't be doing one in April, but I will be doing one in May, hopefully. Hopefully I've had a haircut by then, and hopefully these sideburns are going to be gone, because I'm sick and tired of looking at them, to be honest. I look like a really bad man cave person. So I'm going to be doing that, and coming back to you in May. Thank you very much for watching, guys. What I would rate that out of 10, well, I've already rated this, I believe, an 8 or a 7.5 out of 10. I would reckon this is more of an 8, so again, it's only a tiny difference to each other. So, the Derby one's pretty nice in their own way, but they're not super powerful compared to the Wilkinson sword. Now and again, just like the prime, it can miss a tiny bit of hair now and again, or even better, it will work and then not miss a hair. It's just really weird blade. This one, meanwhile, leaves a sandpaper finish, we all know that. So these two are like skimpy between each other, just like Microsoft and Apple are going up and down in their own leagues. But we all know that Apple is way behind compared to Microsoft, in my own verbal opinion. Anyway, I'm going to be switching this blade out now to a Wilkinson sword, because I am not going to be using this for any more tests this month until I am back in May. I'm not going anywhere, by the way. I'm just taking a brief break from doing the shaving series, and I'm using my last Wilkinson sword blade, and yeah, I'm going to be shaving on Monday. Today is actually, it's Sunday now, but it's like the 25th, but it was Saturday the last time, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with Wilkinson sword blades. I would recommend them, but close enough is the Derby. Actually, I want to quickly show you something before I end this clip. Okay, this is the Derby right there, and this is the Wilkinson sword. Not much of a difference, is there? So I'm guessing, if you know what you're doing in the blade industry, you can actually get as close as this one, or any other company, by the looks of it. But anyway, I'll pop that in there before I get cut again, and tell you lot, thank you very much for watching. What do you think to these blades? Have you tried them before? I know I'm missing a lot, and we all make mistakes on facial hair and all that, which is why we'll practice now and again. So I understand if I've made quite a lot of mistakes, but I'm not dissing it for my own benefit here. I'm just saying that it's a little bit worse than the Wilkinson sword a little bit, because there's a few edges that it misses. But it didn't get too dull, or dull at all, near the end, which is one good thing I have to say about the Derby. The prime one is also good as well in its own right, but they're both like shuffling between each other, but they're both as good as each other. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Again, don't forget to comment and subscribe, and thank you dearly for watching.